Today we are going to continue with our Windows 11 theme by looking at some applications that we all use on Windows 10 or other operating systems and seeing how they compare between Windows 10 and Windows 11. So the latest version of Edge, Firefox, Google and Teams all look like they do in Windows 10. Now Teams, I believe, is going to have a new icon for Windows 11. But that aside, let's show you what today's applications look like in the future Windows. First look at the taskbar. You can see they all have a small line. Previously, an application would have a line across the entire icon if you were to have it open. Any unopened applications, any unopened applications don't show this icon. So for example, we've got Edge closed at the moment. So if I click Edge, in a moment you'll see it appear. And as you can see, we've got Edge open. Now, one thing Windows 11 has, which Windows 10 doesn't have, is the ability to snap windows in corners or different sides, or even in a third of the screen. So if I click here, it would resize the window straight away. However, if you keep your mouse over the icon, you've got the ability, do you want it on the left, do you want it on the right, do you want it on the left with two other windows there, or do you want 4 small windows? So personal choice. Normally you may have email on one side, web browsing on the other, or if you're a web developer you might have your code on one side and the web page on another. So in this demonstration we just throw it on the left hand side. If you change your mind, you can just click right, left, whatever. Now as you can see here, it's suggested, would you like to put something else there? So we will. We'll put downloads. Now the next one, so we've done Edge and we've done File Explorer. So next we'll look at Firefox. Resize it, and now if we hover over, you don't get that option. Now I am aware that Firefox is made slightly different in that the way it's been created doesn't utilize the Windows Manager, or there is another name, basically how it operates with these icons. So if you want to do it historically, you have to either hold at the top and drag, and then you get the same behavior. So it's a slightly longer process, but you still get the result at the end of the day. And if you wanted to bring it down, you could resize it down from the top to get a quarter of the screen. So that's how you would have to do it with something like Firefox. And then if we move over to Google Chrome, I think we've just got a bug in the middle of this in this video, so let me just quickly close a couple of applications. Okay, we're back from where we left off. Now that Firefox has been closed, the view looks correct without a bar in the middle. Now, Google Chrome, given that it's based on Edge and Chrome are both based on Chromium, this in theory should work. So resize, that worked fine. Hover over, that hasn't worked. So let's just leave the mouse icon where it is. It has. There was a slight delay. So as you can see, we can utilize parts of the screen and say how we want it to display. There we go, we've got a response. So there's that. If I resize it again, let's just see if it ties in nicely with Teams. So yes and no. It's using half the screen. Something like Teams does need a bit more screen space. So when I hover over the resize button for Teams, even Teams is not built quite yet to utilize quarter of a screen or half the screen without doing it the old school way of dragging to one side and letting it snap in place. Now these are early days, you know, as I said, some of these applications are downloads for Windows 10. So with approximately, I would say 4 months time, we could be seeing Windows 11 being rolled out. At that time, a number of these applications like Google Chrome, Microsoft Teams, Firefox, they're going to be refreshed. They're going to be updated to work with Windows 11. Now you have to also bear in mind this is a test or a developer version of Windows 11. So as we've seen, there can be bugs. You know, if we're right and it is 4 months away, then it's right to say 4 months to tidy up these small bugs is plenty of time. So it's looking good so far. It looks nice. It responds well. This is running in a virtual machine, so it's not on a live computer. It's in a virtual environment for testing purposes. And given how much resource we've allocated, performance, as you would know it as, is running quite well. Normally you'd have to give more resource to a new operating system for it to run, so we've tested it with only 1 gig of RAM, and it is loading. Yeah, slightly slow, but for 1 gig of RAM, that is expected. And finally, just to point out, if you notice the icons here, for example, Teams in Windows 10, that icon would appear at the bottom. So they've redrawn how they're going to display information about applications that are open. And if we have a quick look at another application, and that's if this loads the store, we can see this looks fairly similar to what you would see in Windows 10. And it allows me to snap it in place as well, which is nice. And then it gives you options. It's telling you this application could fit on this side. So yeah, it's looking good, shall we say. It will be a good day when we can see these applications, which they said that Google Android applications will be coming to Windows 11. It was talked about in Windows 10 previously, so that's something that we might be able to get applications, whether you're using Instagram, Facebook as an app, it could work nicely within the operating system, so you don't have to keep logging into the website. Now there are going to be some apps you may want to install, there may be some that you don't want to install, so that's something that you can debate on. But what do you think of Windows 10? What do you think of how these apps are running? Is it better? Is it worse? Do you care? Let us know your thoughts below. And if you found this useful, please drop a comment or like or even dislike if you don't like it down below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found that useful, please click the like button below. If you found it unhelpful, click the dislike button below so we can get some feedback. And if you've got any future videos that you would like creating, please drop us a comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.